All right, folks, welcome to the competition. That's right. Today is SATAC 2023 9G versus Earth Federation forces. And we've got a couple of picks here for heads or tails. We're going to flip a coin, we're going to switch to maps, and things are going to get pretty epic here, and we're going to get into a fight. My apologies. This morning, unfortunately, I was not feeling 150%. So, my apologies, and I had to run around a little bit. So, first things first, we're going to see if we can get a coin toss going and flip a coin for a particular team selection. So, we've got that on the screen. I'm going to hit flip. I'm going to say tails. So, BYD, choose red or blue for first match. Wait for map. All right, so now we're going to roll a dice selection for a map. And yes, there is tails. That's what came up. And now we're going to do a dice roll. Single dice, 6 sides. And we will roll this dice out and figure out which map we're going to get here. And we are on round 1, despite what it just says in the top corner there. Please disregard that. All right, let's roll this dice. Start. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. Map number 4 in our dice roll. And map number 4, Caucasus. And we're going to ask Zero Sum to very kindly flip the map for us. And we will get rolling here with this match and this competition here. Unfortunately, I don't have my comrade Resin here with us. Just getting the last couple of things lined up here as the map gets changed and we start flying in this SATAC fight. I'm also going to check in on how I'm sounding on the stream. Hopefully I sound okay. And let's stand by here. There we go. There's the map switch. We are on our way. I'm going to check in to see how we're sounding here. Team BYD, of course, called their coin, so BYD gets to choose side. And let's take a peek at what's our map looking like today. Our map looks actually pretty cool. It's the same map that we had before. It is Suhumi versus Vaziani. It looks like 9G is all taking blue. I'm not sure if that was intended or not. We're going to double check in with them and say, hey guys, are you guys supposed to be blue? BYD chose tails. They flipped the coin. We shall wait out on them. Meanwhile, I'm going to go over to the stream and see how terrible do I sound here. Do I sound at all? Am I being heard? Sound okay? And let's stand by here. All right, the audio is there, and I don't sound too terrible. Let's get some music going and let's get into the battle. BYD picked red. Perfect. Now, normally, it's up to the team to double check their loadouts. I'm going to keep an eye on the loadouts. If I see anything weird, I will call it out. And let's take a peek here. Round one. There are some limitations on the loadouts and which weapons are allowed. We are flying a fairly large map here. We're on the Caucasus, and a total distance between the two bases is... Come on, mouse. Total distance between bases is 184 nautical miles. I would say that's almost 400 kilometers, so fairly good chunk of space. And we've got pilots loading up into their aircraft. There's the Team 9G. Seeing lots of NATO aircraft from 9G. They prefer NATO aircraft. And let's take a look at our comrades from the Earth Federation Forces. Earth Federation Forces already taxiing. I did install your guys' liveries. Hopefully they get selected and I can do some verification to make sure those liveries did load up correctly. I'm seeing some VFC skins. Makasu. There we go. That livery definitely loaded. I think Makasu is going to be a favorite pilot for me to look at. Got an anime waifu on the wing. And that is a very sexy looking F-15C Eagle. If anybody knows what anime character that is, let me know. That will be #1 priority for this stream. What anime character is on Makasu's right wing? And I will be switching back and forth into a little bit of Russian here, because Team 9G is from the former Soviet area, Commonwealth of Independent States, CIS. Так что, ребята, привет, добро пожаловать на стрим. С вами Плазма 1945. Давайте правый и левый экран. С одной стороны у нас едет команда 9G, с другой стороны у нас выезжает команда Earth Federation Forces. Соединенные силы Земли. Я думал, что они будут, может быть, такие зеленые ребята. Посмотрим. Пока что мы знаем, что они выбрали красный цвет. Они совершенно не зеленые. Yeah, Earth Federation Forces, I thought you guys might be like, you know, green, but you choose red. And that's supposed to be a joke. There we go. We hear the Eagle screaming as its engine then takes actuate, taxiing out towards the front. I will be watching the live stream as well, so if you have questions, please ask. And let's just make sure that the stream is looking good and that we are live okay. Yep, the stream is definitely active, and we've got folks watching the stream. Excellent. Yeah, it's a little bit early. Thanks Zero. Thanks Alpha. Nah, it's a little bit early. Actually, it's not that. I woke up with a stomach problem today. My tummy wasn't happy. Alright. Just so that I'm not too obsessive and compulsive, I'm going to flip screens here so that EFF is on the one side, 9G is on the other side of the screen here. Alright, here we go. Here are the 9G guys. Got our world famous sexy camera set up here. We want to show the takeoff in all of its glory. And here we have it. Alright, looks like the last aircraft for Team EFF is pulling up. The all aircraft for 9G are on the ground. So 9G is choosing to bring a flanker this time. I think we've seen one flanker from them before. We have 3, 4 Hornets, 1 flanker, and 1 F-16. And then as for Earth Federation forces, we've got a full collage. We have a flanker, we have an Eagle, we have an F-16, and we have 2 F-18s, 3 F-18s. So it's a true mix of aircraft that we're going to see on the other side. Good mix, good mix. Now, yes, there's a question about the weather. So let's address the weather here, and let's see if the guys are ready for takeoff as well. So what's our weather today? Our weather is plus 2 degrees Celsius with very minimal cloud cover. Plus 2 degrees Celsius will guarantee excellent engine performance from these aircraft. So this is a benefit for especially the flankers. Flankers F-16s are going to be very, very aggressive here. Oh God. Oh God. No! No! We will not discuss the... There will be zero discussion of any current events in this stream. Please. Please, 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 please. No anime stickers. All I want to know is what waifu that is. This is a waifu discussion, not a anything else. All right. 9G is ready. EFF, are you ready? No pressure. Now I'm seeing some names from EFF. Mr. Fei Hua Dalao. And one of us has to go to the toilet. No problem. WC time is important. One of the pilots is nervous. Mei Wen-Ti, Mei Wen-Ti. No problem. For those who want to learn Mandarin Chinese, Mei Wen-Ti means no problem. Без проблем. Now, if you're in Hong Kong, you would say 冇問題. But Cantonese and Mandarin are a little bit different. So 冇問題, Mei Wen-Ti. 我普通話说得不好. Но переключи на русский язык. Потому что кто-нибудь у нас есть русскоговорящий в канале, кто смотрит? Может быть да, может быть нет. Дайте знать. 5 лайков, ставьте лайки. Также кликайте на ссылки в описании видео. And there's more maps that we can fly and that are available and that will be flown and have been flown in this competition. Let me pull them up real quick here. So we've got Syria, Persian Gulf, Russia, Georgia, Caucasus, and South Atlantic. And I want to thank the fantastic design by Titanium for these intros. They look really cool. And here's some rules. Maximum 4 active missiles allowed. You're allowed AIM-9Ms, no AIM-9Xs. You're allowed TALDs, you're allowed jammers. So very open and accepting competition. I like it. You can bring whatever you want. I have not seen anybody bring a MiG-21 yet. All right, back to our split screen while we wait for the 2 teams to take off. Let's see if I can get this camera a little bit lower. I tell you, DCS looks beautiful today. And for those who have played DCS, of course we are looking at the Tbilisi Air Base here. Team 9G chooses to take the shorter runway in Tbilisi. All right, we've got ready from both sides. Putting the camera back down, and let's count the skies in. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have a go, 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 go. Let's get airborne, guys. What about coating EFF, coating of EFF? Привет, Гена, привет, привет, добро пожаловать в стрим. Обычно я смотрю твои стримы. Рад, что к нам зашел. И самолеты поднимаются в воздух. Вот полетел, кажется, Сурт на своем Су-27, J-11. And here we go. Here's the F-16, F-18 combo from Team EFF as they're going up in the air. Why no 9X? The 9X missile does not have an equivalent on most other aircraft. So it's very limited. So the 9X, I believe, is available only on the F-18, F-16 airframes. So as soon as you allow AIM 9X, you end up in a very sticky situation. Whoa, 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 F-16 is kind of rolling off. Come on, F-16, even out. 9G, yep. So yeah, so the AIM 9X is very flare resistant, very long range. And yes, as Falconverse says, to give flankers some relief. But the flankers have the R-73, and statistically based, the R-73 is actually on par, if not a little bit better, than the AIM-9M in DCS. AIM-9M is an older missile, R-73 is newer, and AIM-9X is even newer. Ну вот поднялись последние 2 самолета с командой 9G, уходят в небо. И на другой стороне поднялся последний самолет из команды Earth Federation Forces. Похоже, что не все скины загрузились. Я думал, что я все выставил, но похоже, что не все. Открываем карту. So let's look at the map as the airplanes are coming in here. I nablюдаем. And on the other side, let's get a first camera in on Mr. Panicker as he flies in. The teams have a long way to go. That's correct. The 9X is a bit OP. So Kevin, it's no fun if you can bring a nuclear bomb to a stick fight, right? So as part of most competitions in DCS World, the AIM 9X is actually not allowed in almost every competition, just because of its maneuverability and range. Otherwise, it just kind of ruins it. And I guess the other thing is, if you are watching a competition, it makes it more about the skill of a pilot, not about having a super weapon. Right? That's the other very important thing to keep in mind. And yes, I know that there's a lot of folks who say, yeah, we need all the weapons, but it's all about... it's to balance out the skill level, really. So I would say the R73 is a tiny bit better than the AIM 9M, but minimally. But then on the other side, you used to have it's a totally ongoing back and forth. If an R74 were to be released, then I would say yes, it's a good challenge. But oh god, the R27 ET, don't make me. I'm not going to talk about it. The R27 ET is terrible this year. Yesterday in the stream of BK versus FTQ, one flare was released, and that was enough to break the ability of the missile to do anything. So the ET just went stupid. Alright, so we got Makasu. He is offsetting off to the side of the map. Let's get a camera on Makasu as he's trying to turn in. And we've got Team 9G coming in a pretty tight formation. 2 and 4 in the back. On the other side, we have a pincer from a J11 and an F15 with the center group of the Team EFF in the center. Alright, aircraft have entered the battle zone. And I'm going to get my TAC view turned on here as they continue ingressing. Because I do want to get that real-time telemetry goodness going. And of course, TACV is also one of our sponsors. So let's bring up TACV here and get you guys that part of the picture as well. Alright, so here's our TAC view. Top-down perspective. Strategic map. I hope it's legible. We have a very big set of outriggers as the J11 and the F15 create a wide berth. Put a camera on this F18 in the Blue Angels livery. And as you can see, Team EFF is setting up a very wide pincer. Almost 100 kilometers between the J11 in the north and F15 in the south. F15 is going fast, Mach 1.5. He is in a rush to deliver some very, very fast AIM-120 justice. At the same time, CERT, Panicker are targeting the F-15. They're leaning in to match the formation. Things are about to get spicy, I think, guys. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at CERT. 9G. But our first airplane that we will be watching will be Makasu in the F-15C. Makasu is very fast. And he is likely to be the first shooter here. Drop of tanks. Makasu chooses to bring AIM-120s and 2 AIM-9s. No Sparrows. And CERT fires his first missile first. CERT chooses Violence. SD-10. Mach 4.3 right at Makasu. Makasu is not taking a shot. Even closer. SD-10 on its way from CERT on Mr. Makasu. The missile is not tracking, but Makasu fires an AIM-120 at CERT and peels out. Did CERT expect a missile to be coming for him? I don't know. CERT is going very defensive. Let's go top-down view. This is the missile which we're watching. CERT has aggressively defended it, and he's okay. Makasu's first shot, CERT's first shot are missed. И СУРТ, и Макасу оба сделали пуск, но их ракеты никуда не попали. BYD находится сам по себе в одиночестве на севере. К нему никто не торопится. Не знаю, на кого смотреть. Не знаю, кого смотреть. Давайте будем смотреть Yarkazа. Keep an eye on Yarkaz as he is heading into the center. As we can see here, the EFF team is walling up. They're creating a grinder. F-15 is going north. Hanslau, Berkut are on the side. Давид Беркут и Паникер сзади. Valak and Yarkaz are in the center. One high, one low. 2 F-18s. Very aggressive push. Who will be shooting? We hear engines. We hear afterburners. Who is going to shoot is my question. $18 miles now. Missile 120 is out from EFF Kogan on Hanslau. Hanslau is going defensive. That's not Hanslau. Hanslau is much closer. There he is. He's on the nose. We got him. Hanslau survives and extends away from this missile. He's okay. Another missile. Another AIM-120. This one is out to the south. This one's on Valak. Can he escape? Valak goes for the notch. Valak ушел в 3.9. Ракета промахнулась. Еще одна ракета. Похоже, что работают опять по Валику. This missile is going down. Who is it tracking? It's not tracking Valak. This missile gets... Is it notched? It gets notched as well. Excellent aggressive defenses from both sides. Well, mainly from the blue side. I am missing one of the aircraft from the red team. Did I have a miss here? Who got splashed? Looks like in that exchange, a missile did get a kill. Fen Hu Duao went down to a missile fired by Yarkaz. More missiles coming in. Kugon, he's got a missile on him. Can he defend it? He's turning away. He's a little bit slow. He gets splashed. Alright, that's 2 aircraft that are down from Earth Federation forces. 9G staying as a wall. Также два красных подбиты командой 9G. G11 заходит с южного фланга. Против него работает Валик. Пуск ракеты СД-10 сверху вниз. Похоже по Валику. В тот же самый момент еще одна ракета пуск. Это Амрам, которая улетела в землю. Ракета на Валике. Валик отвечает. I think Valik's going to get away. What's this missile doing? Valik hits the ground? Валик взорвался. Валик ударился об дерево и разорвал свой самолет на части. Беркут уводит ракету в землю и подбивает BYD. Извините, ребята, сражение очень агрессивное и быстрое. Тут все дерутся. Не хватает времени замечать все, что происходит. Включаю имена, чтобы вы могли следить. I'll turn on the names, guys. This is getting pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive. Cert, J11, he's going in. At the same time, Panicker is firing a 120. And it's hard to see everything on this white map. 120 is on the tail of JXT 514. Missiles Mach 2. He is going to be safe. Zero Apple has an aim 120 for Mr. Cert. Can Cert defend it? Cert has defended the missile. Ушел от ракеты. Two missiles on Valak. One missile from Valak on Zero Apple. Berkut is coming in. Berkut пускает ракету в ответ. Is Valak going to get chased down here? And yes, Berkut died to a missile. Паникер заходит. С юга. 3 на 3. Трое красных, трое синих. У команды EFF остался F-16, F-18 и Орел. У синих Валик в F-18, Паникер в F-18 и Сурт в G11. Начинается натиск. Пуск от Zero Apple. Наблюдаем за ракетой. Ракета Sparrow. It has to be tracked. This is a Fox 1 missile. It has to be tracked through a active lock unless someone is jamming. Makasu goes way out to the south. He is fighting with Hanslau. It's actually 4v4. It's really hard to see missiles on this view, guys. Missile to the south from Hanslau on Makasu. Is it tracking? Is Makasu fast enough? Makasu! Makasu's livery and his waifu gets splashed. Hanslau to the south, waiting out for his opportunity, staying out of the fight. And at the same time, JXT-15 gets splashed by 9G. This event accelerated very quickly. All we have is a Lonely Hornet with 1 Sparrow, 2 Sidewinders, and Hope and Dreams. And he just went down to a missile as well from CERT. That's it. Ребята, простите, было очень... я даже не знаю, как сказать. У меня даже азарта не хватило, чтобы рассказать, как это все произошло. Wow. 9G has successfully eliminated all enemies with 3 airframes surviving. Let's do a quick recap. 4 airframes surviving, my apologies. Let's do a quick recap here of what's going on and what happened while we watch these airplanes come back in for a landing. Top-down perspective. Initial shots. First shot came from Makasu and a shot from CERT. CERT fires an SD-10. SD-10 does not track. Flies right by Makasu. Makasu answers with an AIM-120. Also fails to track. CERT defends. Next was Yarkaz and Valak that came in. And an J-11 way out to the north. This J-11 was way too far out of position, I think. He should have been closer to the center. There probably was strategy, but he was a bit too far. Mach 1.8, he's coming in very fast. He should have been firing missiles right here. Alright, so what happened next is we had a missile out from Kogun and a missile out from Yarkaz. The Yarkaz missile gets a hit, and the missile that Kogun fired on Valik gets notched. Next missile, 0 Apple, AIM-120 into the back on CERT. Valik flies underneath it. More missile exchanges. Aggressive missile from Hanslau on EFF Kogun. That missile catches up and takes him out. Eagle fires a missile across the entire map. Really long shot. Eagle was very fast, but the missile just didn't have the energy. Same thing, BYD flying Mach 1.8. Holy crap, that guy was fast. He was hauling and he fired an SD-10 that also failed to track. In exchange, Valik fired a missile from down low from 3,000 feet, 1,000 meters, and took out BYD. "9G organized a push. Berkut goes down to a missile. 3 versus 2 push here. Valik defends a missile, fires a 120. ET from CERT gets a kill on JXD-15. Why? Because no flares. You must flare those ETs. And then CERT fires another ET on 0 Apple, taking him out. While down south, Hanslau took out the mighty F-15 Eagle with an AIM-120. The Eagle had the power, Mach 2. And that missile was Mach 3. So we can call that a hypersonic impact. Ребята, вот на русском быстренько расскажу, что тут произошло. Сначала у нас был обстрел друг друга. Сначала отработал Макасу F-15, потом отработал Сурт. Пустил СД-10, Макасу ответил в последнюю секунду 120-кой. 120-ка просто не долетела и не захватила Сурта. Потом наехал Ярказ и Валик. Ракета Ярказа дотянулась и подбила Фэнхуа Далао в F-18. Zero Apple попытался отработать по Сурту. Ему надо было работать по Валику, но он Валика не заметил. Следующая ракета. От кого кому? Следующая ракета. Ханслау подбил EFF Когуна 120-кой. Сам отвернулся, ушел. Тут была довольно хорошая ракета пущена по Валику, но похоже, что эта Р-77 сорвалась. И Валик подбил их G-11 вражеского. Потом, как бы сказать, началось такое слегка месиво. F-15 летает высоко и быстро, до него никто не может дотянуться. Так что вся команда решила работать по целям, которые были внизу. Ханслау был послан на юг работать против F-15, а Валик, Сурт и Паникер пошли работать против Zero Apple и JXTX 14. Сурту повезло, сначала пустил ЕТ-шку, подбил первого в F-16 JXT, еще разок, JXT 5, и потом отработал ЕТ-шкой по F-18 Zero Apple. И, конечно, тут, пока Макасу разворачивался в своем красивом F-15, к нему уже летел 120-й Ханслау. И таким образом закончился первый раунд матча 9G против команды EFF. Что надо знать? EFF надо использовать тепловые ловушки и не распотрошать команду. Потому что вот этот... моя заметка. Во-первых, было почти 100 километров между северным и южным звеном. Этот J-11 остался черт знает где, очень далеко. And this J-11 had to be a little bit closer. He was very fast, Mach 1.8. If I was him, I would just come by and I would just shoot missiles right down onto these guys. And then as soon as these airplanes go defensive, the rest of the team had to push. But that's just my observation. I don't know what was happening in the cockpit. Maybe he couldn't see them because he was coming on an angle, but crazy fight. 4 of the 9G guys come back. Team of the Earth Federation forces is definitely debriefing now, for trying to figure out what they can do better. Missile count. Let's take a look. Sparrow Sidewinders on Paniker. CERT has 2 SD-10s, 2 R-73s. He's forming up with Comrade Valik. And yes, Valik is Valik, not Valik. He is not French. Je ne parle en français. Alright, so Valik has his 120s, he's got his AIM-9s, and he's got his 2 Sparrows. And Hanslau, good weapon conservation. Let's watch this formation ingress, or RTB, as 9G comes back in to secure their victory. They must land. Alright, coming back to YouTube to see if there's any comments or questions. Holy crap, there's a lot of... You should use the alt map. Hansel is calling no panic, or he wants to call him Panty Killer. Okay. Yeah, good, definitely good job, 9G. EFF. Review and adjust. Round 2 and round 3. That's what we want. Take a look at the chats here. Alexander Volkov is absolutely correct. The F-18 after the latest updates can do 55 degrees of AOA. Extremely, extremely maneuverable. Put an AIM-9X on there, you have no chance. SD-10, dangerous, but I will show you guys something really important about the SD-10. We are far enough in the competition, everybody should know this by now, so there's no secrets here. SD-10 is kind of stupid. If you fire an SD-10 against a ground clutter target, it's pretty trash. Like right there, the SD-10 is not really tracking. It starts tracking again, but it's already too late. But that's okay, Yark has already hit the ground. But yeah, firing R77 does much better against ground targets, ground clutter. SD10 and PL12 gets very distracted by ground clutter, from my observation. Surt is staying in a very nice formation with Valak. Let's go to single big screen here. And get them up on the screen as they come in for their landing. I think they may be attempting a side-by-side landing on runway left, runway right. We'll keep the camera on them as they come in towards the ground and see what they can do here. Looks like a Valak is taking trail position on Surt. And they will be coming in on Tbilisi primary runway, the longer one. All right, here they come. We'll put the camera on them as they come in for a landing. Great fight, very aggressive, very fast. Some mistakes were made, but c'est la vie. That's what we learn and get better from. Most important thing is never give up, never surrender. Surt comes down first. A little bit of a bounce. Valak is right behind him. Victory flares from Surt. Downward firing flares from Valak. And Paniker is right behind. Давай, Паникер, заходи на посадку и заканчиваем первый раунд. All right, here's Paniker. Nice mix of airframes. We got to see, I think, almost every aircraft except for the MiG-21. There's Paniker. Nice touchdown. Very gentle. Valak comes down. Surt is making it very pretty as the final airplane is finishing up its taxi procedures, and we're going to go for a restart here. Oh no! Where did we go? And we're going in for a restart for the next round. Very quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, Zero Sum. Thank you, 51st Kiap Squadron, for organizing this fantastic competition. We're going to leave the map on the screen here. And we're going to start waiting for the aircraft to start loading up and getting ready for takeoff. I'm going to cut audio for just a second here. I'm going to take a 2-minute break while the aircraft start taxiing out. I'm going to put up on the screen the sponsors that we're going to come back and talk to in just a second here. And we'll be right back. Пойдем через пару минут, ребята. Так что пусть ребята самолеты запускают двигатели, загружают оружие. И мы вернемся через пару минут. All right, pilots, we are back here. Plasma 1945. We are in round 2, SATAC 2023 9G versus the Earth Federation forces. And I still love that waifu on the right wing of this F-15 Charlie. Somebody. I don't know what that is supposed to be. I would guess that almost looks like... that looks like 2B, but without the face mask from whatever that game is. Right? 2B? Anybody? Or is it 9S? Or is it... I don't know. The Android people. Don't judge me. I'm trying my very best. Watching 9G taxi out. Cert. He's got 2 ETs, R73s, 4 PL12s. On the other side, what do we have here? We've got the Team EFF also taxiing out. For whatever unusual reason, their liveries did not load. I did install them. I'm so sorry, Team EFF. I'll try them between the next 2 rounds. So while we wait for the taxi out to happen, let's talk about the fantastic sponsors that are sponsoring this competition. I'm going to flip over to that. Так что какие спонсоры поддерживают это соревнование? Конечно, Hitblur, во-первых. Производчик очень крутых модулей. Куда же пропали наши спонсоры? Спонсоры? Sponsor. There you go. So the sponsors, we've got Heatblur, Razbam, Deca, and Magnitude 3. All of them are module makers. Razbam, of course, is responsible for the F-15E. Heatblur makes the F-14 Tomcat, the most powerful aircraft in DCS until the Phoenix got nerfed. Deca produces the JF-17 and the SD-10 missile, which we've seen. And Magnitude 3 is producing the F-4U Corsair and the MiG-21. That's why I keep bringing up the MiG-21, Magnitude 3. What about VKB? VKB makes joysticks, accessories for DCS. Very good quality, precision, and excellent compatibility with both European and North American stores. So if you're in North America, you want to get VKB, I believe they have a North American store. They're also on eBay. You can get them that way. Eagle Dynamics, of course, makes DCS World that we all love and enjoy. Lot ATC lets you air traffic control in DCS World, so you can install Lot ATC for free. I believe it's free, and then you can connect it to a server such as, say, Enigma Cold War, or it will also be used here in this competition in the elimination rounds because there's going to be no AWACS. It'll be up to a ground control operator using Lot ATC to direct aircraft. And of course, TACView, the best way to get your information about how you're flying, where you're flying, and how you're doing. Let's take a quick look at TACView here. And the crazy thing and the great thing about TACView is that you're able to connect to a server real time. That's what we're doing here. We're doing a real-time connection. And I am going to show you TACView in just a second. I'm going to first save our file that we were connecting to here, and let's get reconnected to the server. So here's TACView on the side of the screen. And as you can see, there's Valak, and there's Berkut. They're pulling up live in the game, and we can see it in real time on TACView. We can see the airplane's performance. We can pull up its charts, how it's flying, how it's behaving. Lots of awesome information. But for now, let's go back into split screen and watch the takeoff. We have some weapon limitations, 4 active missiles. Oh, one of the, what? Oh no. What just happened? We just lost a couple of EFF guys that disconnected. They switched airframes. Zero Apple. Zero Apple, what are you doing? Zero Apple was ready to go. Zero Apple and Kogun, they have reslotted. Not sure why. Two separate runways. I'm going to try to set up a camera so we can enjoy both takeoffs from both runways here. Please stand by with me. We're still waiting for the two F-18s to taxi out. So for the Earth Federation forces, I am guessing they are Mandarin speakers. So for round 2, my recommendation to them is Jayao. Jayao means to add oil. Китайцы говорят, как типа ура, чтобы добавить азарта, они говорят, добавляй масло. Добавляй масло, прямой перевод, Jayao. Что это значит? Это значит, подливай топливо, типа. Может, масло горит. Поэтому... И масло это, типа, жидкое подсолнечное, не знаю, там какое масло. Ну, короче, добавляй топливо. Добавляй масло. Jayao. Так что мы это говорим для команды EFF. Добавляйте масло. И для команды 9G. Ура, в победа, вперед, ребята. This is turning into one hell of an international stream. Well, I always heard Tbilisi pronounced as Tbilisi. Tbilisi. All right, Abnormal Banjo, your job is to figure out who that livery is. We need to have that in the post. Critical information here. Try to figure out what angle we can see these aircraft taking off from. It's a little bit hard here. Sorry, guys. I'm going to do only one runway. We'll watch the F-18, F-16, guys. Find you which way we're facing. Come on, camera. There we go. Sorry, guys. Trying to make it pretty. Is everyone ready? We're looking for that readiness signal from the team. I'm going to switch it up. We're going to go loud and angry. Let's go. Is everybody ready? 1 minute. $9G this time, asking for an extra minute of extension to get ready. Hot Russian. Yes, I am the Hot Russian. No, I'm kidding. I'm not the Hot Russian. Yeah, so I'll be switching back and forth between Russian, between English. All right, fine. I'll ruin it. Oh, you know what? I'll show that livery after we're in the air. Abnormal Banjo. Please stand by. All right. We've got 9G calling out that they are ready. Let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. And there goes Team 9G. And Team Earth Federation Forces, EFF. And a second pair of aircraft from EFF taking off. And we've got the Eagle and the F-15 still on the other runway. All right, EFF is up successfully. And here goes Makasu. And BYD is in the back, chilling. We'll leave the camera on him. Next pair of 9G aircraft are up in the air, leaving Berkut and Valik on the ground. Валик, Беркут, последние остались. Беркут. Видите, ребята, проблема с английским языком. Постоянно перехожу на произношение английским стилем. See, in Russian, you would say Berkut. In English, you would say Berkut. Just because it's pronunciation. So, I wonder how bad I sound in Chinese. Last two aircraft, 9G. Valik rotates, Berkut rotates. It's on. All aircraft are in the air. 9G leading with 1 point going into this fight. Honkai Impact. Thank you, Liberty. All right, we do not want Rule 34 lookups of this. What am I saying? Let's keep it secret. So here's the city of Tbilisi right below us. This city is extremely large compared to what we have in DCS. Tbilisi is actually massive and densely populated. This is about 20% of the actual city of Tbilisi, compared to what the city looks like for real. Let's go to TAC view, and let's see how we're looking here. Gonna bring down the rock and roll a little bit so you guys can hear me talk. Too much rock and roll. Ну что, ребята, команда 9G, две группы, по 3 самолета. Паникер, Сурт впереди, за ними Ярказ, Hanslao и Valik и Berkut right behind them. At the same time, Earth Federation Force, Makasu, goes to the north. Mr. Fehudu Dialao is going down the center with JXT 514. Zero Apple with EFF Kogut down the center. BYD chooses to go to the south. And you can see their formation here with a view like this. The aircraft are rushing in. Who's going to be first to the circle? Zero Apple enters the circle first. We'll do some geography here while Zero Apple heads in. There is a big valley right down the center here. Now, to the south, against the Turkish border, on the left side of Zero Apple, these are the Caucasus Minor Mountains. Because they're smaller. And then on the right side are the main Caucasus Mountains. So now you know. Big ones are just Caucasus, and these are Caucasus Minors. And Makasu is, of course, flying over the main Caucasus Mountains. We can see Vladikavkaz over his right shoulder. At the end of the valley. Also, mountain on his 3 o'clock. Big mountain there. That's Mountain Kazbek. Mount Kazbek. Far away on his nose is Mount Elbrus. And to his left is the rest of his team. Hopefully you enjoyed that geography. How are we looking on the other side? Panicker Cert. Flying in. Got a big river behind them. Again, for those who are wondering, hang on, let me make sure I'm talking about the right rivers here. That is not the river I was thinking of. The river on his front over there, over by Kutaisi, that's Rioni River. Way out there. The big long one that goes all the way to the sea. They can't talk to AWACS. Hold on. They can't talk to AWACS. This is a good question. Zero, anybody, can you guys check? Can you guys check? Alright, I'm going to, for whatever reason, the AWACS wasn't working for... And me and so the two guys on the blue side saying that they cannot talk to AWACS. Not sure what's going on here. This is fairly significant. Just checking it myself here. Just double checking. It looks like bogey dopes are working. Okay, hang on. We're asking for a pause. We're asking for a restart. Zero, please pause. Looks like aircraft are requesting a restart. 00 and or Alpha Gator, please do a server pause. I mean, there's missiles flying around. Macass is in trouble. They're asking for a server restart. Okay, sorry guys. Something's happening here. Their equipment isn't working. Macass goes down to a shot. Yeah, they have AWACS. I don't know what happened. There was some distraction. I just checked. Yes, the AWACS is working. I grabbed in a 15 slot and it did work for me. So, so I don't know what's going on. AWACS has defected. Yeah, that's correct. Are they still firing missiles? Correct. The AWACS has started drinking vodka. Okay, it looks like we had a server restart. Or a server pause. And I will be right back, guys. We're going to look into what's going on here. And All right, everybody. Plasma is back here with you. We have had a request from Team EFF to restart the session because that poor F-15 waifu plane got blown up real hard. So we are going to wait for Team EFF here to rearm and taxi out. And they should try a few different airframes until they find one that works. Sometimes there can be a bug where the one airplane or a group, for whatever magical reason, just doesn't talk to the AWACS. So Team 9G said, yep, no problem. Do what you need to do. Let's try it again. Yeah. So all EFF and 9G try to ask Bogey Dope. It could have been, it could be pilot error, it could be airplane error, it could be a bug. Usually FC3 planes are nice and easy. I hopped into an F-15, it worked for me, but sometimes it can be just one airplane, just doesn't want to cooperate. Так что команда 9G сказала, не проблема, перезагрузим матч. Возможно было, что один из самолетов, или F-15, или J-11 у команды EFF не подсоединился к аваксу правильно. То есть, когда запрашивается информация о позиции врага, у них не было ответов. То есть, бывают такие ошибки иногда. Это просто код, это просто игра. Такое бывает. Okay. Сурт проверил на красной стороне. У него все сработало. И также Сурт проверил на синей стороне. Тоже все сработало. Спасибо большое, Сурт, что проверил. Для F-15 возможность разговаривать с аваксом очень-очень важная, потому что у него нету никакой системы даталинка. То есть он не видит, что, где, когда. Без авакса он... в ситуации, где у него жизнь будет намного тяжелее, скажем так. Намного тяжелее, чем надо. Так что BYD перегружает свою систему. Надеюсь, у него все заработает. А пока что давайте, ребята, все подъезжайте на полосу, загружайте оружие и поехали. Yeah, so the EFF team, BYD, looks like his airplane was not talking properly to the AWACS, possibly a game issue. So he's going to reload and reconnect. Cert did a great job by going over to the blue side, testing out his J11 there, and it did work. So we know it's not the server. And I do want to thank AlphaGator from SPQR for providing these fantastic servers, and Zero Sum, Tectanium, and everybody else from 51st Kiap for running this competition and being available on call to do restarts. It's like a full-time job for these guys to track all the stats. Now, if you guys want to see some cool stats, you should join the Discord of SATAC. If you don't have Discord, you should have Discord. And then go to the SATAC Discord where you can see all the streams, you can see all the stats, and there's some really cool stats. Like, apparently the AIM-120's hit rate is like 15%, and the SD-10's hit rate is 20%. 5% more. I did not know that. Missing woman formation. Oh my god. Alright, guys. Makasu, He is back. Let's all magnify and zoom in on Macasa's wing there. Can we use that Control F2 here? There you go, guys. All the waifu you can handle. Meanwhile, the waifuless 9G are back taxiing to the runway. All right, BYD is back in his J11. Let's see what it says here. I think we're back in business, guys. I think everything's working. All right, that was weird because if it was for BYD, he's in the J11. So was his data link just not working, or that's a good question. All right, let's go. Let's go. 58 folks watching. We are 91 minutes into the stream. SATAC 2023. We are almost ready to fly. Is anybody else still taxiing? There's a couple more planes taxiing over there. See if I can get a slightly better angle for this camera view. If I can find these airplanes. Trying to make it cinematic for you guys. Something that looks cinematic-ish. There you go. There's a cool angle. It says, "Don't anger the Russian bear." Okay, Berkut, don't anger the bear. Where the hell's the rest of your airplanes, guys? Where's your rest of your airplanes? What's happening here? Are we paused? Oh, it looks like Team 9G is waiting for CERT. I was wondering why everybody stopped. They made room for CERT to pull up. The battle continues. All right, CERT's in position. 9G's taking their last aircraft into position. Boy, we really love airplanes to be sitting around here watching this. Hey, guys? Go airplanes. Everybody ready? I see all the airplanes on the runway. 9G is doing a couple of weapon loadouts by the looks of it. Putting a lot of pressure on everybody. I think one of my screens is darker than the other. Let's see if I can address that. There you go. Got a match now. Please stand by, everybody. Final checks, final steps. That's correct, Abnormal Banjo. They'd be like, what is this airplane waifu thing going on? And if you are liking the stream, all the folks in the stream, hit thumbs up. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Because it totally is going to make all the difference. All right, 9G is reporting that they're ready. EFF. Are you ready? EFF is ready. Let's do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. And they're off. Maximum intensity. Looks like we lost a couple of pilots there. Well, a couple of viewers, but we're back up to 60. And there go the airplanes taking off. Looking good. All right, clean takeoff. Some guns fired. And there goes BYD, the last aircraft from EFF taking off in Tbilisi. All of EFF is airborne. We got a couple of planes still on the runway. And was it Sukhumi? In Sukhumi Babushara? Oh, it's you know what, Dusty? It's not me. It's all about the team from AlphaGator from 51st Key App, they do a really good job. I'm just here talking about a bunch of airplanes. And they're up. And if anybody really, really, really loves this and they want to donate a couple of bucks to support the servers and the systems and maybe buy these guys a coffee, you can PayPal donate to them. Send money. I think the 51st PVO has had, I think, one donation in their entire history. Yeah, basically it's folks running these servers, whether the servers are in their bedrooms, in their closets, in their garages, whether they're getting servers from server providers like Fox 3. It all costs some money and lots of attention, all the patching, all the updating. It's a lot of work, a lot of work. All right, exact same formations as last time. Just cruising on in. Big spread between the groups. They have a long way to go until they enter the bubble. Very clean formation from both sides. F-15 going north, J-11 going south, and 4 in the center for EFF, and 2, 2, 2 from 9G. For those who are wondering if there is a way to get in touch with 9G, I will post a link into the chat. This is the virtual pilot Discord. It is all in Russian, but I'll drop a link into this chat if you guys want to join that Discord channel as well. This is the virtual pilot Discord. Most guys there are Russian speakers, but if you're willing to learn Russian, you can join, participate in events. You can. They do lots of PvE events, lots of training events. Bunch of pretty good guys. Leave all the politics at the door, as it should be, and just come and have fun. Well, you know what, Abnormal Banjo? Yes, they should do an air show. The only catch is, are they still going to be there? As long as one aircraft lands, that's the most important thing. Somebody has to land to win this. Just get rid of the grid lines. And get the missiles on the screen here. Big separation again. 56 nautical miles. That's in 105 kilometers between F-15 and BYD. There we go. So send Gator money. Gator needs money. Money makes server go faster. All right, so 9G is starting to turn in. Let's get the names up on the screen. FTQ. All right, Makasu's building up speed, Mach 1.8. Is he going to take the first shot again? Hang on, let me zoom out. We were in waifu inspection mode here. Space Eagle is coming. Altitude 38,000. That's 11 kilometers. Отбрасывает топливные баки. CERT has spotted him and has fired the first missile. Первый пуск ракеты от Сурта на дистанции почти в 80 километров. Ракета СД-10. Ракета летит очень плоский профиль. Я предполагаю, что это из-за того, что у EFF Makasu работают системы РЭП. Alright, Makasu, what's he doing? The missile's heading for you. Is the missile tracking Makasu? The missile has gone active. Is this going to be a first pass shot on the waifu plane? Makasu, defend! And the missile gets defeated. Flies right by Makasu. No hit, no damage. Makasu saves his shot, does not take the first shot. BYD coming from the south. There you go. Again, the pilot. Yeah, the Virtual Pilot Discord is having a big event that's going to run for 10 weeks. PvE event with West versus East airframes over Persian Gulf, guys. So if you're into that, go join their Discord. Okay, let's watch what's happening here. Enough of this missile. Back to work. Hanslau, 0 Apple. Nose to nose. $16 nautical miles. 0 Apple. Fox 3. A120. On Hanslau. Hanslau answers. Hanslau goes defensive. Hanslau is extending. The missile looks defeated. Let's take a look at the return missile. Hanslau is okay. 0 Apple is okay. Both of those missiles are no factor. We have 3 aircraft, 4 aircraft in the north pushing against the 2 guys here. BYD fires a very fast SD-10. Top down. С большой высоты пускает СД-10. Она летит в сторону Сурта. Ярко спускает 120-ю на Фейхуадао. Может ли Фейхуадао увернуться? Сурт выживает ракету, которая пущена в него. Фейхуа Дао уходит от ракеты, которая на нем. There you go. So good defenses by both sides. And we have a CFET. Right next to Yarkaz, we just had an airplane go down. Paniker got hit by a missile. That was the SD-10 fired across the entire map. First kill, BYD, SD-10. Missile on Makasu. Mach 2.1, 35,000. Makasu does not care. Makasu's too fast for that. 5 versus 6. Berkut fires an AIM-120 off to the side. It's a very strange missile. I don't think this missile is going to hit anything. It's too slow. These are very unusual missiles that these guys are firing. This one's on Yarkaz. Yarkaz is nowhere close. Let's watch Cert. He's pushing in. Cert is targeting Kugon. Cert goes defensive. Missiles from Kugon. It's on Hanslau. Missiles coming down from high altitude. Can Hanslau defend it? Another missile here on Valik. Can Valik defend it? Valik grounds that missile. Hanslau is flying in formation with his AIM-120. Not sure if he's above or below. He was very close. He's out of there. He's safe. Missile from the Eagle. Very fast 120. Coming from space. Space missile. Very dangerous. And SD-10 also from space. It's a very dangerous missile. And the missile gets close, but he's okay. Missile going for Valik. Can he notch the missile coming from his left side? He notches it. Good defenses. Cert fires an ET. Can the ET get... Oh no, but he's popping flares. Another kill by Cert. ET works out. Team EFF needs to flare. They need to flare. They're getting caught by Cert's ETs again. We are back to 5v5. AIM-120 on Cert. Cert returns an SD-10. Ракеты не такие опасные. Сурт, конечно, молодец. Он подлетел со своей ЕТшкой. И бедные ребята не засекли, что по ним летит ЕТшка. Фейхуа Дао уходит от довольно опасной ракеты СД-10. Высоколетный G-11 BYD пускает ракету сверху вниз. Вот она летит. That's a high altitude shot. It sees the terrain and flies right over Valik. Valik doesn't care. Makasu's in the north. He's coming in from the north. What's his weapon state? He has 2 AIM-120s, and he is fast. Mach 2.1. Does anybody see him? Fox 3 from Makasu. This one's on Hanslau. You're gonna watch this missile. It's very dangerous. Hanslau's trying to defend it. Very close, Hanslau. Hanslau defeats a 120. Missile hits the ground. Still 5v5. Yarkaz going offensive. This is getting very dangerous, guys. Everyone's getting very close. 27 ET from BYD. On Yarkaz. $27 ET from CERT. SD10. 120. ET gets flared out. Team EFF has regrouped in the center. BYD going in fast. Firing Fox 2s. Double R-73 launches. ET and R-73 on Valak. Valak, more flares. Valak goes down. BYD defends a missile. 5 versus 3. CERT went down to an SD10 that got him in the back. Hanslau, AIM-120. Gets notched. Yarkaz defeats AIM-120. Does anybody see XT? Does anybody see Hanslau? Feihua. He sees Hanslau. He's turning on to Hanslau 6 o'clock. Fox 2 launch. Flares, flares, flares. Hanslau goes down. Yarkaz is left all alone. He doesn't know that there's an AIM-9 coming for him. He doesn't flare. He goes down. Berkut. Berkut остался один. All by himself, Berkut. Berkut's not in a good place. He has short sticks. He has sparrows. F-15's on his 6 o'clock. Sorry, F-16. He needs more flares. More flares. That's what I'm talking about. More flares. Another missile on his tail. He gets hit. He fires a sparrow. That sparrow is not going anywhere. It's going to the sun. Round 2. 4 aircraft victory for EFF. Blue has taken control, and now EFF has to fly back and land. There's a pylon falling out of the sky. Well, guys, that was intense. Девять же старались, но что-то пошло не так. Что-то пошло не так. All right. That was round 2. We're going to round 3, guys. And ETF Riker, we're going to fight you guys next week. Riker, we're going to fight you next week. And Riker, here's an idea. Since we are kind of doing an out-of-band friendly scrim, Red Star versus ETF, I suggest we do one real fight, and the second fight, we do all Tomcats. What do you think about that? For the people. But enough about my plans for Tomcat World Domination. Let's talk this fight. And Riker, again, thank you very much. All right, let's take a look at this fight, guys. Eagle and J11. Welcome to the addiction. Welcome to the addiction. Very interesting flight here, guys. If we are going to flip this to the side and take a look from the side profile, these two airplanes, BYD and Makasu, they stayed high using the power of TAC view. We can see that they have never came lower than about 20,000 feet. That's about, what, 6,000 meters? Yeah, 6,000 meters. They never went below 6,000 meters during the whole fight. Always high. And they stayed at that high altitude the whole fight, firing very dangerous missiles. They were like eagles above the 9G team. And if we look at their speeds, this is something else you can do with TAC view. So look at their speeds. Now, which one is the F-15? That's the green guy right here. Always above Mach 1.25. He didn't slow down past... Look at that. Above Mach 1.5 the whole fight for the F-15 Eagle. Flanker, a little bit slower between Mach 1 and Mach 1.5. But firing very dangerous high-altitude missiles. That was their move. There was some contention against them, but not much. So let's take a look here. First kill went to an SD-10 fired from the back by BYD on, I think it was on Paniker. This was a 60-kilometer, 28-mile SD-10. Паникер летел, ничего не ожидал на высоте, и бабах, в него попадает ракета со скоростью 3 маха. That was a Mach 3 hit on Paniker. And after that, if you can see in the 3D view here, the Eagle is high. The J11 is high. Hanslau is trying to fight him, but he is too low. His missiles just can't reach the Eagle at Mach 1.7. Very tough fight. Once you have these high altitude guys in place, it's not much you can do. You gotta continuously worry about those shots. Now, on the ground, how did things look? So Paniker goes down. Next we have a missile from... Everybody's defending. Everybody's defending. There's no major losses until I think CERT is going to go down here. Actually, no. CERT gets a kill with a 27 ET. That's one lesson for EFF. More flares. So against 5v5. But there's only 3 guys on the deck here. Lots of good defenses. It's still very positive. Again, very dangerous missile. Mach 4 missile from the Eagle. Here's the missile that gets CERT. Who was it? BYD again. Firing SD-10s. BYD speed Mach 1.1, 22,000. Not too high, not too fast, but that missile stays on CERT. Kills CERT. And then another ET R-73 combo takes out Valik. So in a matter of 30 seconds, 2 guys gone. And BYD actually, did he crash into the ground? Yeah, BYD looks like he crashed into the ground. So BYD goes down, trying to find out what else happened here. 3v4. And then here comes the dogfight. Feihua Dao gets 1 kill, 2 kills. And then JXT 514 finishes Berkut. Tough fight, guys. Oh God, I just click on stuff. But thank you, Alpha. Tomcats. What a fight. But here's the other thing. The rules of SATAC is such that you cannot change your airframe. So even if 9G wanted to get an airplane high in the air right now, they couldn't. Well, they could, but they couldn't get an Eagle, is what I'm saying. You are flying only the aircraft you start the match with. So if on the first round you had an F-15, second, third, fourth, fifth, 100th round, you better have an F-15. Now, interestingly enough, I think I saw Makasu leave the... What happened to Makasu? Makasu ran out of fuel. So Mr. Makasu was very aggressive. And he took an L. Makasu ran out of fuel and had to crash land. XT514 secures the victory by landing successfully. The rest of the EFF team was coming in behind him. Really good fight. So Tbilisi looks pretty unpopulated, hey guys? So it just looks pretty chill here while we wait for them to land. All right, they're coming up for their landings. Let's compare Tbilisi to Tbilisi here. how densely populated it really is. I wish I had the ability to put in real-time Google Maps into here. I think there's some way to do it, but I have never learned how to do that. All right, so here is Tbilisi and here is Tbilisi. If we rotate it and take a look at it from top down, we should get rid of the labels, but there's a lot of labels. Tbilisi is fairly populated. But fairly similar. Left side Tbilisi, right side Tbilisi. And apparently there's a Tbilisi beach. So I guess that the pilots, if they want to chill out, they just go to that little lake there to go to the beach and chill out there. And apparently there's also a stadium here somewhere that I can never find. But how are the guys doing with their landings? There we go. The last airplane is on the ground, and Zero has restarted the server. He got upset at me looking at Tbilisi map. All right, and we are going into the final round here. Third and final deciding round. (9G) versus Earth Federation forces. Are we going to see another Eagle? I think EFF went to the wrong side. EFF, you are red this time, please. Both teams get 1 point. And we've gone to round 3. Team 9G. They must be getting tired. How are we looking on the other side? EFF getting ready. I need more coffee. My energy is dropping. But we're okay. So there are some very significant restrictions here. For example, not only can you not see your teammates on F10, you can't see other aircraft on F10. You have no external views. Literally, you're pretty much in the cockpit, and you can see your own aircraft. That's it. You're not seeing anything else out there. You're relying on communications, your sensors, the ability to IFF. And that's about it. That's a really good question, Oscar. Yeah, we've got some really experienced DCS flyers here in this chat right now. We've got, Breeze. We've got the SATAC team. We've got Alpha Gator. Ask questions now about DCS. Like, what's the best first module to buy? From the experienced guys, you know? What's the best first module to buy in DCS? You know? That's supposed to be not a Q&A, it's supposed to be a vote thing. Yeah, I think Flanker is one of the most flexible modules to start with. You can do air to air with it. You can do air to ground. You can use rockets. You can use bombs. You know, it's a great module to start with. Very much in favor of that. So, yeah. Like if you want to deliver rockets, you can do that in a flanker, right? That's the cool thing. Like where's this? Let me see if I can find this. Find this video here. Like rocket pods? There you go. Correct. Удачи, ребята. People are voting MiG-21 as the first module. All right. We've got 9G on the ground at Tbilisi. Tbilisi, guys. On the other side, Team EFF is getting ready for their takeoff. Third round. This is the decider. This decides who moves forward. Now, based on the stats that I last saw, this is actually a pretty important fight for 9G. Let me see if I can pull those up. You know what, actually? I'm going to ask the official SATAC representative here. What's the standings? Not sure if they were updated. Is 9G and EFF tied for wins? I could probably pull that up here. Kind of keeping an eye on the planes as well. Let me see if I can get the stats going here. We had fantastic intros for last week, but then these are already getting updated. So let's see if I can look at the actual rankings listings and see where we're at. Planes are still lining up. They're not taking off yet. We're still playing the waiting game. Still waiting. The last airplane is pulling up on the EFF side. I think that's their flanker. We're now going to zoom in on the waifu wings there. Good comment about the Vigan. Learn where the target is and then get in there. Lots of people are supporting the FC3 planes. Just waiting for that last flanker on the EFF side. Let's take a quick look at my schedule here and the points. EFF, where are you guys? 9G. Alright, current standings. Earth Federation Forces has 2 wins. 9G has 1 win, 1 loss. 343rd has 1 win, 1 loss. This is a very important fight for 9G. They need this win to tie with EFF to move forwards. Alright, airplanes are on the ground. In other words, let's go. 9G, good luck. Правильно. Удачи, 9G. EFF, Jayao. Are both teams ready? This is delayed. So Oscar, the stream is just a few seconds delayed. Well, 90 seconds delayed, I think. I think that's where it's set to. Waiting it out. Waiting it out. Waiting is the hardest part. By the 3rd round, I'm usually running out of things to say. I'm like, words. Words come out of mouth. That's about it. Super Hornet. There's a question. Do we need a Super Hornet in DCS? Alright, EFF has given ready. 9G. 9G, do you guys need to top up your fuel tanks? You were waiting. These planes... Okay, there we go. We got a flare. Here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. Round 3. We are not stopping this for anything. You better test your radio on the ground before you take off. Cert is firing beautiful flares. He's going to have no flares to defend missiles. Cert, stop it. Cert! Cert! Dude, you need those flares. Сурт сейчас растратит все свои ловушки. I'm not gonna say anything. Hopefully his team says something. Cert doesn't need flares where he's going. He's still popping flares. Oh God, Cert. You need those flares to live, brother. What are you doing? Does he know he's popping flares? This looks like an automated program that he's got going off. Why isn't his team telling him to stop his flares? Somebody, flanker guys, SATAC, tell me what this is. Why is this happening? Okay, Cert has turned off his chaff and flares. After probably deploying all of them. Not much of a delay. Not much of a delay. What do you mean not much of a delay? Let me check. Let me check. Not much of a delay. Oh no. Hang on. I thought I had a delay on this. I have no delay. I am very sorry. I did reinstall. Yeah, I've got a 90 second delay, guys. I could increase it longer, but that seemed to be sort of the sweet spot. Alright, and the last aircraft from 9G are in the air. Yeah, so Cert fired a lot of flares. A lot of flares. Cert probably has no countermeasures left. So here's a question, Zero and SATAC and Alpha. In the rules, in theory, if Cert were to land right now and rearm his flares before entering the bubble, is that acceptable? Just a curious question. Может ли, ну, просто говорю, теоретически, мог бы Cert приземлиться и заправить ловушки? Потому что он еще не влетел в сам круг боя, так что, по идее, я не знаю, интересно. Интересно. Посмотрим, что скажут организаторы. Вот в каждом стриме я нахожу что-нибудь такое интересное и довольно придурочное, что можно спросить. Так что извиняюсь. I keep asking questions and getting the organizers into trouble. Hey, can we land and get more weapons and bullets and ammo and bottle of vodka? Alright. Back to business. Makasu, offsetting south. BYD going north. Going for altitude. Makasu ran out of fuel last time, but he did his job. So did BYD. On the other side, what is 9G going to do? Go back to flying. Go back to flying. Huh? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Stop asking questions. Go back to flying. I think I see what you're saying, Zero. Is 9G going to challenge those high flyers in any way? And who can do it? I think maybe Cert can get really fast. Maybe Hanslau and the F-16 can get fast. But really, that's the two airframes. Hanslau and Cert. They can go fast. They can challenge the high flyers. Waiting for that circle. Panicker is in the circle. Zero Apple is in the circle. So really the edge of the bubble is right here. So these four aircraft are all in the circle. And Cert and Panicker are in the circle as well. Big offset one more time. Eagle flanker. Makasu at 11 kilometers, Mach 1.45, BYD, saving his fuel, 10,000 meters. С другой стороны, we've got Паникер, Ярказ, Валик, Сурт, Ханслау и Беркут. Беркут, все летят. Ровно, спокойно, топливо не тратят. The entire 9G team is saving their fuel. They're not rushing in. Makasu is starting to turn in hot. We're going to watch Makasu for a first pass shot as well. And we're also going to watch for Cert. Each time Cert has been trying to get a kill on Makasu. It's like a thing. Makasu versus Cert. Each round. And the missiles never connect. Both teams just get lucky on the first pass. There's no splashes. Alright, and the poll ended. 41% said get an FC3 plane to start, and I agree. Learn the basics of DCS in an FC3 plane. It is the best way to learn, I believe. Because you're not worried about learning buttons and radar modes and all the weird stuff. Alright, Makasu, Mach 1.8 in the Eagle at 40,000. Cert, Mach 1.3. Their combined speed is almost Mach 3.5. Head to head. Panickers going north. Hanslau, Berkut down the center. Valik, Yarkaz right behind them. Up north we got BYD. He's staying out of the fight. He's far away. Makasu starts to maneuver. Cert, as expected. Long range SD-10. SD-10 has it lost track. It's coming, but it's not adjusting for any G. It's not pulling any G at all. It's very high. It's at 48,000. Mach 2.9. Another missile from Panicker on BYD. I don't know where that missile's going. This SD-10 never finds its target. Makasu is just too far out of the angle here from this missile. Cert goes defensive. Panicker is going defensive. Is there a chance this AIM 120 is going to do something. It's been flying for a very long time. It has gone active on BYD. BYD is still very far away, though. Unless BYD does something very wrong, he should be able to survive this missile just fine. Nobody's using the mountains. That's the other thing that I noticed. Nobody's hiding in the mountains. Low hills, yes. Mountains, no. With this clear weather, I would be using the heck out of these mountains. Here comes Hanslau. Keep a camera on him. Zero Apple has fired an AIM 120 on Hanslau. He's fired 2 AIM 120s. Hanslau returns the favor. The double launch on Cert and on Hanslau. Down south, Van Huadao also fires a missile on Yarkaz. Ракета летит на Ярказа. Zero Apple уходит. Hanslau тоже ушел. Вот эта опасная ракета. This missile is dangerous. It's a little bit too close. It's a little bit too close! And we lose an aircraft. Or do we? Yarkaz survives that missile. He's okay, folks. I thought he was hit. Makasso is now to the north. He's coming back in high and fast. Беркут уходит от ракеты. На хвосте ракета скорость 1 маха. Так что, по идее, никаких проблем не должно быть. Валик. Нос к носу. JXT fires a missile. Valak returns a missile. F-18 versus F-16. Valak has to notch this. And he does. Валик уходит на 3.9, уходит от ракеты. F-15. Дальнобойный пуск с большой высоты. This missile is doing Mach 1, 4.5. It's a very fast missile from space. Yarkaz defends another missile in a notch. But there's a very dangerous AIM 120 in space. I think this is on Berkut. Lots of missiles flying, guys. Holy crap. I'm going to miss something here. I'm sorry if I miss it. That's a lot of missiles. Berkut survives one missile, survives second missile. The high flyers are going back out again. 4 guys low, 2 guys high. Hanslau is medium altitude in the back. 120. It's on Yarkaz. Yarkaz, can he survive? He grounds that missile. Berkut continues to push in. And Valak is supporting him. Беркут пытается устроить прорыв. За ним летит Валик. Massive push to the south. Yarkaz, Valak, Berkut. Cert is making a turnaround. 7M from 0 Apple. 120 back. They need to deal with this push. This is a very dangerous push. Большой прорыв от Беркута. Беркут разворачивается. Беркут, ты видишь цель? Berkut fires a 120. It's tracking. And there's a splash. Berkut sacrifices himself. He goes down. Yarkaz survives. It was an expensive push for 9G. As Berkut was coming in here, he fired onto EFF, and EFF fired back at him, and that was a trade, and we just lost Another 9G aircraft. Who was it this time? This was a friendly fire shot from Valak. Valak just killed the Arcaz with a 120 Charlie. This is not looking good. Valak. Missile flies by. It's 4 versus 5. Valak is too far ahead. He is not in a good position. Valak, get back to your lines. You're pulling a plasma here, buddy. The missile does not know where it is. Unless it's this missile that's turning into Hanslau. Hanslau's maneuvering is up high, slow. Missile explodes right behind him. That was luck. That was the 120 being a pacifist. This is getting intense, guys. EFF is regrouping up here. I have no idea where their flanker is. Where's their flanker? They lost their flanker earlier. No, they didn't. They lost somebody earlier. 9G Valak is trying to catch an eagle. This is not the right game to play, Valak. I'm sorry. You can't catch this eagle, buddy. But the eagle wants to kill Hanslau. 120. It's coming straight down. Can Hanslau defend it? Hanslau turns cold and extends. Cert, all by himself here, firing SD-10s. Missiles coming back towards him. We have 4 EFF aircraft. We have 1 F-15 to the side from EFF. Valak is playing a weird game. He's trying to get fast. Valak identifies as an F-15 Eagle at an altitude of 12,000 feet. EFF начинает давление теперь. Пытается прорвать оборонную линию. F-15 разворачивается. Does Makasu have any more missiles? He's fast, he's high. He has 120 left. Can he fire a space bomb down? What's this? Could this be an ET? Takes out the Eagle. The mighty F-15 Eagle gets taken out by an ET fired by Cert from down below. Flares are very important. Hanslau's firing AIM-9s. Down low. EFF is forming a attacking group here. Staying together. Valak, he's going to be low on fuel. He's going in with Sparrows. I'm not sure who he's firing on. But that was a smoky missile. Everybody saw the smoke. Hanslau's pulling back. 4v4. People are starting to get low on missiles now. AIM-7. No, you don't use the AIM-7 at that range. Here's the problem. People don't use AIM-7s enough. They don't know the ranges to fire them at. Like, this missile's already trash, and we just had one of the EFF team crash into the ground. Maybe that is the right way to use the AIM-7. Cert! ET! Cert gets taken out by an ET. Is there going to be an AIM-7 hit here? Negative. The AIM-7 flies by. So Cert had just traded. Alright, 0 apples coming in. Bye, Nikior. He's going into a merge. Is it time for revenge? Panicker sees flares. Goes on to 6 o'clock. Aim 120 from JXTF. Panicker fires 2 missiles. Do they track? Do they track? F-18 survives. No, gets hit! Blue Angel goes down. The hunt is on. The last plane from EFF, F-16. He has 2 missiles. He has 2 enemies. Два врага осталось. У него на хвосте Валик. Valik was a winner in the one of the not winners, but one of the guys top rated players. Flares. Okay, I was just gonna say Valik is a tough guy to get into a dogfight, and he secures the victory. He was one of the top players in the Fox 3 dogfight competition. You don't want to be left alone with Valik. And that's it for Team EFF. Blue has taken control of the area through a very intense fight here at the end. And there's a little bit of fighting that we missed here, where we lost CERT. Let's take a look here. Very long-range Sparrow causes Kogan to crash into the ground. Aim 7 causes BYD to defend hard and hit the ground, but ET from BYD catches CERT and gets CERT before we go into the dogfight. So, tough fight. Let's take a look at the kills here. And good job, Valik, for finishing off with an AIM 9M. That was a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight, guys. Whew. Not much I can say about that. It was intense. But what I can say is there's gonna be more. Молодцы, 9G, молодцы, классно слетали, хорошо отработали. Китайцы тоже постарались, добавили жару. Вопрос такой, есть ли у Валика топливо? Does Valik have any fuel after trying to chase that F-15 at 12,000? Hanslau and Valik are making their way back. This was just perfectly executed dogfighting here. And it literally just came down to numbers. So we go into 3D view. Got a chase by Paniker. And just before the missile hits, he fires his 2 AIM 9s. And they don't go for flares. They managed to hit 0 Apple. Boom, there's a splash. JXT 514 gets distracted by Hanslau. Starts coming around, and just as he comes around and realizes Valik is there, gets hit by a AIM 9. And now we just wait for the RTB. Great fight, great work. Молодцы, красиво слетали. I mean, I wish they were flying flankers, but I guess CERT was flying a flanker, so that's good enough. So we've got a couple more weeks of SATAC. in this format, and then we're going to hit elimination rounds where there's going to be a few extra challengers because you're not going to have AWACS unless I'm mistaken. But I don't think there's AWACS. So things are going to get a bit different. Next match and stream when? So I am going to be. I've got some work that I'm doing on the weekends for the next 2 weeks. I will try to get a couple of streams in. But otherwise, the streams that you should be watching is, and the people you should be adding to your favorites is Air Show. And I'm going to post his link right now into the chat. And also AlphaGator. He is also doing fantabulous streams and running the servers. But it's basically every Saturday and Sunday that there are streams for SATAC for the next 2 weeks until March 31st. The streams are at 1500 GMT and 1800 GMT. And let me see if I can get anybody from EFF to join us for a little interview here. All right, they're flying back. I'm just doing some housekeeping here. Please stand by. Waiting for these airplanes to fly back. All right, waiting for these airplanes to come back in for a landing. I'm sorry, I'm not doing much talking. Let's see if I can get somebody into an interview here. See who's interested. Still trying to find some people here. Doing some housekeeping. Спасибо, Гена. Спасибо. Рад, что смотрели. And guys, there's a link to the channel for them as well. Oh God, my brain just stopped. I'm sorry, my brain has crashed after 3 flights. My brain has Control Alt deleted itself. Here's the link to the virtual pilot Discord for 9G. And I'm going to drop a link to the SATAC Discord as well. And you guys should go join both Discords and catch up on everything that's going on there. Anybody wants to talk to me? Anybody wants to interview? Okay. A couple of guys might make it to the interview. Just waiting. That's right. Yeah, guys, hit those like buttons. I don't think I've ever had a stream that hit like. There's 62 people watching. Everybody hit like. Гена, я очень плохо себя маркетирую. Она так может... Жмите лайки. Бла-бла-бла-бла. I'm not sure what that means. Yes, I guess. Red missiles, blue missiles, airplanes. Good. We know that the most powerful thing is, of course, the potato. It is the most powerful weapon. Yeah, I'm totally running out of battery. Thank you for watching, Oscar. Hanslow's coming in his F-16. He's got his air brakes out. Potato rotato. Very nice. Yes, potato rotato is the most powerful potato. All right, I'm in the interview channel. 9G, Earth Federation Force, jump in. And there's a touchdown. After 3 rounds, 9G has secured victory. And we're looking good. And we're going to have Cert and Valak join us.
О, Плазма.
О, Плазма.
Привет.
Привет, привет, как дела?
Ой,
Дела
все
отлично.
отлично.
Я буду
Спасибо
больше
за
по-русски,
приглашение.
Сорт будет больше по-английски. Он лучше гораздо меня говорит. Если что, если я не смогу выразить свои чувства, то он меня переведет.
У меня с моей девушкой тоже так было. Я пытался ей постоянно чувства свои перевести, она не могла перевести. Шутка. Ребята, как дела? Хорошо слетали?
Великолепно, великолепно. Очень хорошо.
Какие чувства, ощущения? Тяжелое сражение было?
Very nervous, and all, как потный, slippery.
Sweaty.
Sweaty. I am all sweaty.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yes, that was an awesome match. We really enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks EFF for playing with us. It was very fun. We were very nervous the second match, especially after the team kill.
Yes, the third match after the team kill.
Yeah, the third match. Yeah.
So what? So does Valak go to Siberia?
We'll spare
I'm already here.
He's already in Siberia. Okay. Как у вас были ощущения насчет их орлов и G11, которые кружили над вами постоянно?
Слушай, было с одной стороны страшновато, но с другой стороны, в третьем раунде мы решили разворачивать их и действовать тогда, когда они уходят на холодный. Мы поставили все на то, что мы пойдем в полную агрессию, как только мы развернем высотников. И с этого момента у нас, как только они уходили на холодный, у нас было пара минут, чтобы реализовать свое преимущество. В общем-то, так мы действовали. Поэтому, ну, не то чтобы они сильно нам докучали, но во втором раунде, конечно, нам от них досталось. Вот, то есть, все-таки им тяжело, когда мы низко, они высоко, им не так легко найти цели и отработать по ним.
Понятно. Валик, ты до сих пор ведь самолет ведешь?
Да,
И с нами
я
болтаешь?
иду на посадку, у меня 400 фунтов, и у меня 14 миль до аэродрома. Я решил
Да, спасибо.
не затягивать.
So Valak is still flying his F-18. Валик, ты должен рот так прикрыть, знаешь, так, типа, я работаю в самолете F-18, захожу на посадку. So he's still coming in for a landing.
Yeah.
Still coming.
Ну, в общем, ты понял.
Да, все понял, все понял.
Спасибо тебе огромное еще за стрим. Да, правильно сказал, я не упомянул. Я его еще обязательно пересмотрю. Я уверен, это было великолепно.
Я старался, со мной не было моего вингмена Резина, который обычно тоже следит за стримом и на английском языке. Так что некоторые ракеты в первом полете я пропустил. Был довольно-таки агрессивные ракеты были пущены, так что их некоторые упустил. Говорят, что вас тихо слышно, я звук прибавлю. Звук прибавляем. Надеюсь, сейчас лучше. Скажите что-нибудь, давайте проверим уровень звука.
Скажи пару слов.
Раз, два, три, картошка, лук.
Да, вот его. Все, звук прибавил. Повторите еще раз все, что вы говорили до этого.
Спасибо за стрим. Да, было очень приятно полетать.
На самом деле прибавилось немножечко, наверное, уверенности в себе. Мы очень много, наверное, времени уделяем на тренировки, много тренируемся, и мы чувствуем, что это дает результат. Мы тренируемся 3 раза в неделю, практически никто не пропускает тренировки, и я думаю, что это один из тех факторов, который позволил нам с самого начала турнира, в общем-то, поднять свой уровень полета. Вот. Так что
да, работы
спасибо нашему капитану. Спасибо нашему капитану и спасибо всем участникам команды 9G, которые принимают участие в тренировках. Вот.
Супер. Сурт, anything from you?
Well, again, I would like to thank everyone who was watching and supporting us, especially the virtual pilot community that we all love and respect. About the matches, well, the first match, we were expecting probably a little bit more trouble from the Eagle and the J11, but in the second match, we maybe relaxed a little bit. We weren't putting as much attention into the problem of high flying and fast flying Eagle and the J11, which cost us a point. But in the end, we recognized the weakness of their tactic. That there was an opening when both the J11 and Eagle turned cold. Mm-hmm. There always was an opening where we could push the remaining 4 players down on the deck, which we tried to do. It wasn't perfect. There was a team kill in the end because of the nerves and all of the because of the nerves. But in the end, yes, our tactic worked. We thankfully managed to recognize the weakness and
Landing, sorry.
Да, мы смотрим на твою посадку. Красивый тачдаун, молодец. Сурт, у меня к тебе вопрос такой.
Да.
Ты специально ловушки все отстрелил при взлете?
Это был мисклик. Я вообще не знал, что такая кнопка есть. Я случайно пытался там отключить авакс у себя, чтобы он подругу не говорил, и нажал кнопку, я запаниковал, я не знал, что происходит. И в итоге я кое-как нашел способ это выключить. And yeah,
Понятно.
hello, Rita.
Okay. Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, so Cert accidentally found the button to start dispensing his chaff and flares on the first flight. And
Rita,
oh, do we have
I'm not sure
BYD
if you're
here?
saying anything. Yeah. He was saying something, but it was very low. Couldn't hear anything.
BYD?
Yeah.
你好，你好。
Oh, 你好,
Hello.
你好，
No. It's actually called 逼养的.
必要的
Yes. 逼养的.
必要的 like the Chinese car, right?
Yeah.
必要的
No.
Kita ska машина
逼
Biauda.
养的.
Awesome. So, how was your flying?
Well,
What is your feeling?
Actually, I don't feel I fly. Well, I don't think I play well today. I don't think I play well today because I'm really. Yeah.
You don't feel you? I was watching. I was streaming.
Yeah.
Round
Yes.
2, you did a good job.
I-
Round 2, you were doing good SD10 shots.
But I think I make a lot of mistakes tonight. Yes, it's very, very important mistake. Yes. Well, maybe because I'm sick, because of the flu. So I don't feel very well.
I understand.
Yes, but it seems our way is to. I think we have a tactical fiction. Yeah, to to fiction. Yeah. Even don't change. Yes.
So-
yes. I think the
so-
the 9G must see it. So.
Okay, so you're saying 9G team saw your tactical story and was
Yeah.
exploiting it. They understand your mission and they understand how to fight this mission.
Yeah, yes. The Juji is really strong. Yeah. And
Well, that's комплимент вам, Сурт и Валик. Он говорит, что ну,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
вы
Well,
раскусили
I'm gonna
их стратегию.
I'm gonna calm you down and tell you that it was very hard to fight against you specifically. You caused us a lot of trouble in the second round. You killed me and Valik, and probably I think you killed 3 people in the second round. So yeah, you definitely
yes.
you definitely did everything you could there. So I wouldn't say you played bad at all.
But the first and the second, but the first and the third match, I think I really have a serious mistake, and yeah. But I have never under such a great pressures in SATAC until I have a match with you guys.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was very fun to play against you guys. It was awesome.
Hard and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Stressful.
Yeah. Yes.
You guys were flying
Stressful.
very good. I think F-15 and J-11 was working very good together.
Yes, we are very well. We always fly together, so we,
Yeah, we had to prepare our whole new tactic just for you guys. We usually don't do far range shots, but just because we saw how effective your F-15 and J-11 was, we had to change our tactics completely. So me and Panikur, yeah, we tried to deal with you guys specifically.
Okay, so
'Cause, yeah.
I can see it. So it seemed like the first meeting, you guys 3-9 us, and across, and so
Yeah.
it make our F15 and the J11s really hard to see you or attack you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see it, and I'm trying to deal with Makasu, but unfortunately, it seems like it doesn't work. Yeah.
That was good flying. And how do you say this in Putonghua? Yin ye fei shi. Is it correct?
What? What?
Yin ye fei shi.
鹰也飞逝.
Yeah. Don't. You must eat even if you are scared of choking.
Yeah.
You know.
Great saying.
It's a Chinese saying. If you don't take the risk, you will never succeed.
Yes.
Плазма,
Well,
надо аккуратнее с китайским, вдруг что-нибудь скажешь про его
Ну.
сестру.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Well, actually, I see our team. I see our problem, and me and Makasu are try to deal with after we fight against the 3-4-3, but unfortunately, it's don't have much effect. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember when I was streaming your match with 343. You changed a lot as well because we were expecting F15 to fly right over our heads like it was with the 343, but this time the F15 was a little bit more passive, and thus it was quite hard to deal with him as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I would just.
No problem. No problem. This
No
was
problem.
great fight, guys.
Yeah.
Any final words?
Yeah. Well, I see our tactical regarded, but there was not enough time to make us to deal with it, and you guys have really nice. You're a really nice team. For example, your J11 shoot a ET to me. I think you must don't radar attack me or don't want to scare me. So the ET almost hit me.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I saw you. Yeah, I saw you there, shot an AT, and then it unfortunately missed, and you killed me with the insanely fast SD10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only the only thing I can say for EFF that I saw is if you see flanker MiG-29 on RWR, if enemy has any flanker, you must flare, because I think Cert got 3 kills or 4 kills with ET.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just more flare. Less oil, more flare.
Yeah. I see you guys have a J11, so I put almost all. I put almost all flare. I
Yeah, we
even
did.
yeah. Everyone scared about ET. It's really it's a really
Oh, yeah.
terrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
You killed me once in the second round with ET.
Привет, как дела?
Yeah. Well, I was out of fuel that time, so I will see. I will shoot anyone I see. Yeah.
У меня с моей девушкой тоже так было. Я пытался ей постоянно чувствовать свои... There you go. So we're caught up on the stream. I can hear that we are talking on it. But yeah, any final thoughts, guys? Какие-нибудь последние слова? And we'll finish the stream.
Валик?
Мы очень рады, мы перенервничали, и мы будем следить дальше за SATAC. Мы очень надеемся, что у нас получится выйти из группы, чтобы показать игру еще лучше и круче, чем сегодня.
Yeah. Oh, and you guys have a terrific low altitude unit, and and high altitude unit. Your F-16 and J-11 can switch your altitude very flexible. You can be lower, or maybe next time me and Makazu turn back, you are the high altitude unit. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, EFF, for flying. Thank you. And thank you, 9G. And thank you, SATAC. And we will see you guys next time.
Thank you, Plasma.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,